Premier is the leader of Queensland, as head of the party that holds a majority number of seats in the Queensland Parliament. The role of Premier used to be what we call a convention. It wasn't written down anywhere, but was the result of tradition. However, Premier is now an official position in Queensland's constitution, which came into effect in 2001. When we vote in an election, we don't vote for the Premier directly. We vote for our local MP in our seat. After an election, the leader of the party or parties that can demonstrate to the Governor that they have the majority of the seats in the Legislative Assembly is asked to form a government and is sworn in as Premier by the Governor. The Premier gets their authority from their party as its leader. If the party decides to elect a new leader, by convention the incumbent Premier resigns and the new leader is sworn in as Premier. Once the Premier is sworn in, they select some of their colleagues to form a cabinet and allocate ministerial portfolios or areas of responsibility. These ministers are then also sworn in by the Governor. The Premier and ministers make up the cabinet, who comprise the executive and are responsible for implementing the policies of the government. As the chief executive, the Premier has many roles and responsibilities, including performing the role of leader of the state and its most important political figure, communicating the decisions of Cabinet to the Governor and advising the Governor to perform certain acts, like issuing the writs for an election, and representing their constituents like any other Member of Parliament. There have been 41 Premiers of Queensland since 1859, and the current Premier is David Crisafulli.